It's arrived, my new drone has arrived, and I am so excited to have a drone again. I can't wait to get this out. I'm going to open the box, show you which drone I've went for. So I'm in the box, and the drone I've chosen to buy is the... Actually, I don't know why I'm doing the whole kind of surprise thing, because I'm probably going to put in the title of this video which drone I've gone for. It's the DJI Spark. It's the DJI Spark! I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. So yeah, I went for the Spark again. Some of you may be surprised that I've chosen the Spark over the Mavic Air. I think many of you may have assumed or hoped I would buy the Mavic Air. In fact, I done a poll on Instagram recently asking whether I should buy the Spark again or get the Mavic Air, and I think it was like 98% said I should get the Mavic Air. But I haven't. I went for the Spark again, and in this video I'm going to explain exactly why I chose the Spark over the Mavic Air and actually think it's a better option. That's usually where people put in a cool intro, but I don't have an intro for any of my videos, so let's just begin. Reason number one is cost. The Spark is around about £300 cheaper than the Mavic Air, which is £300, that's a reasonable amount of money. And I currently don't have a job at the moment, so money is a definite factor. So the Spark is £449, the Mavic Air is 760 something, I think. And DJI are also selling the Spark with a free remote controller now as well. So you get that totally free now. It comes with the package. So for me personally, as I've had a Spark and obviously had a remote controller for my previous Spark, I'll be able to sell this brand new and make some of my money back that way as well. So that's good. Quickly, just before I get into all the other reasons why I think the Spark is a better option than the Mavic Air, certainly for me personally and for many other people as well. I'm just going to open this box and show you exactly my new Spark, because it's ever so slightly different to my last one, in that this one is the lava red option. Yeah, look how cool that looks. That looks awesome. The red one is the one I wanted initially when I bought my first drone, but unfortunately when I bought my drone, the Alpine white one was the only one that was in stock anywhere. I could not get this one at all. So I guess the one good thing about that came out of me crashing my previous drone is that I'm now able to buy the red version. I love the red. It looks so much cooler than the white one. Red is actually my favorite color, which is one of the reasons why my logo is red. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to set this up now, go out and fly it, and then I'll go over through all the reasons why I prefer this over the Mavic Air. It can be very tempting to be lured by the latest device, the latest bit of technology. A lot of people rush out, buy the latest bit of kit because no one else has got it. They want to impress their friends and they just want something new. So let's look past just being wowed by the latest bit of kit and what's new and what will impress your friends and all of that, and let's look at what we realistically actually need. So one reason why you might be drawn to the Mavic Air over the Spark is that the Mavic Air shoots video in 4K, whereas the Spark can only shoot video at 1080. But how many of us really need 4K? Unless you're shooting professional work for clients who are demanding 4K, then fair enough in that case. But if you're just making videos for yourself, or you're making videos like I am for YouTube, videos like this, then you really don't need 4K. I don't know a single person who has a 4K TV. I don't know anyone who watches any video in 4K, not one person. 4K video files are obviously very large, so you need a really top of the range computer to be able to process them and edit them. And then you've got to think of the storage space as well. You'll need a large hard drive. I have a pretty high spec laptop, and even my laptop would struggle to process 4K files. It would be very, very choppy and a bit of a pain really to edit. And since most people who watch my videos, probably everyone who watches my videos, wouldn't have a device to be able to watch it in 4K, I'd be wasting my time anyway. 1080 is still very much the standard video at the moment. You know, you don't get Sky Sports 4K. Yeah, you'll get Sky Sports HD, you'll get BBC One HD. There's no 4K yet. 4K is still several years away from being the standard videos that we all watch. And by that point, how many drones will DJI have released anyway? So by that point, you won't want the Mavic Air anymore. There'll be something new out that you'll want instead. So do you really need 4K? The vast majority of us, nah. Okay, so I've just arrived in the main park area in Carlisle. It's a cloudy, horrible day. What's new? But I'm gonna set up here because there's a big open space for me to fly my new drone for the first time without fear of crashing it. Another reason why you might be drawn to the Mavic Air over the Spark is that the Mavic Air has a 3-axis gimbal, whereas the Spark only has a 2-axis gimbal. So the Spark, the gimbal, it will work up and down like that, and it does roll as well, but it will not do panning like that, whereas the Mavic Air will. So what the Spark does is, the Spark and the Mavic Air actually have the same camera and the same sensor. So the Spark does actually record at a larger video size, but it uses electronic stabilization for the panning. So it'll use the larger video size and then crop that down so that it smooths out. So it's doing it electronically rather than on the gimbal. And that's why it only shoots at 1080 as opposed to 4K as well. The reason why that doesn't bother me is because you don't often see panning shots in videos. It's not a very nice shot, and it's one that's really to be avoided. Good shots to get are like up and down, pulling in, pulling out, but purely just panning like that, it's not a very nice shot. And if you watch any movies or videos, things on TV, you don't see an awful lot of panning shots. So that's not something I'll be using a lot anyway, so I don't mind that the gimbal doesn't work that way. I'm gonna get this up in the air and then I'll show you an example of a panning shot. So I'm up in the air now, and here we go. I'm just going to pan, and it is quite choppy, but even if you took away that choppiness, it's not a very nice shot. It's not something you see a lot, and it's not one I really use in my videos. The only times I perhaps would use pan would be only very slowly and in conjunction with another movement as well. In that case, I'd only be panning so slowly and only to a very small degree that the video stabilization would do a good enough job anyway. So another reason why the Mavic Air might appeal to you over the Spark is images, photos. The Mavic Air can shoot WAR files, whereas the Spark can only shoot JPEGs. I have to say, having used the Spark for photography quite a lot, the JPEGs are really, really good. And as I've mentioned already, the Spark and the Mavic Air actually use the same camera and the same sensor. So images actually aren't too dissimilar. Obviously with a RAW file, you can make more adjustments without losing any of that quality. But I've used the Spark a lot for photos, and I've played about with the JPEGs. I make adjustments to the JPEGs from that, and it handles really, really well. You don't lose a lot of quality, and you can still do a lot to them. So I'm really, really happy with the JPEGs. And that's the only really advantage that you're getting with the RAW files, just being able to make more adjustments in post-processing. But the JPEGs from the Spark are great. The only slight issues I've had with photos from the Spark is I would like larger file sizes. I'd like to be able to print larger prints, for example. That bird came close to my drone. Yeah, I'd like bigger file size in terms of actual the dimensions, and I'd like to be able to maybe print larger, and that would only be solved by having more megapixels and a larger sensor, and that wouldn't be solved by the Mavic Air because they use the same camera, same sensor. Just as I'm editing this, wait, sorry, I look like a yob with my hood up, but I need a haircut. Just as I'm editing this, I realised I forgot to mention that I was able to actually download some WAR files from the Mavic Air. Someone who owns one uploaded them to the internet anyway. Downloaded some WAR files and I played about with them and zoomed in real close, and I was a bit disappointed compared to the actual JPEGs from the Spark. It's not that much of a difference, so that was one thing that was making me maybe go for the Mavic Air, the fact that it can shoot RAW. But having been able to actually look and play around with some RAW files from the drone itself, yeah, not that much better than the JPEGs at all. Oh dear. What else? Well, the Mavic Air obviously has folding arms, so it folds down to a smaller size. And admittedly, that is nice, but it's not worth paying £300 for. And the Spark is still ridiculously small. It still easily fits into any backpack. So I'm not going to pay £300 just to have folding arms. There are actually some advantages that the Spark has over the Mavic Air and other drone. One of those being is USB charging. You can charge the Spark using a USB, the same you would your phone. So that means that you can even charge it using a portable power bank. So if you're traveling or you're camping, you don't even need a mains. You can just charge the drone using a portable power bank. And if you're traveling, that is great. And another thing that I really like about the Spark is there's a lot of birds around here. Okay, another thing that I like about the Spark is that you can use palm takeoff and landing, meaning you can take it off and land it in the palm of your hand, which is a feature they've actually taken away from the Mavic Air. So you can't do that on the Mavic Air. But what's really good about it is that it means you can take off, you can fly just about anywhere. So if you're on a beach, for example, sand on the beach could obviously cause problems for a drone. If you're on rugged terrain, you know, if you're on a mountain or just anywhere that isn't flat, or even tall grass, obviously it wouldn't be able to take off in tall grass because the blades would just hit the grass. With the Spark, that is not a problem because you can just take it off and land in the palm of your hand and you can fly it anywhere. You could even fly it whilst kayaking if you wanted. That would probably be pretty sketchy, but you could. That is so cool. And if I want to take it off again, just press the button on the back twice. It looks at my face, recognises me, and then I let go and it takes off. Amazing. Okay, it's getting dark now and my hand's getting very cold, so I'm gonna pack up and go now. I've had my fun, but yeah, just bear in mind like what you actually do need when you're looking for a drone. Are you better suited to the Spark? If you are, which many of us will be, then get the Spark, save yourself over £300, and with that extra money you could take yourself away somewhere really nice to get some amazing footage with your Spark, and that'll make the biggest difference more than anything else. Not so much what drone you use, but actual locations you go to shoot, the kind of things that you're shooting. That will make the biggest difference to your footage as opposed to which drone you're using. So yeah, for me personally, I absolutely love the Spark. It is a fantastic, fantastic drone. And I think for what most of us are going to use it for, videos on YouTube, photos for social media, then the Spark is more than good enough. Well, I can't wait to get out and use this drone more when I'm out and about taking photos and other things. So anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.